struggles down here. Hold on for me. See me hand there, hold on for me, hold on. Everything change so fast, everybody me hear attack and say, hey, this is the new normal. Well, since that's how we go, from that thing I just wrap in a wheel and it a create problem in our nation. What them I go do when they implement the next thing? I say we need it, people selling a buying. Don't forget to us, I'm run to mountain. Me I tell you this straight, and me I stand up in me King Jesus. Hold on for me, hold on for me. God, you hold on for me. Lord, I need your grace and your tender mercy, oh God. Hold on for me. I don't know how long me can bear the struggles down here. Hold on for me. See me hand there, hold on for me, hold on for me, hold on for me.
Okay. So our live stream is now up. And so I'm going to do a little recap of some of what I told you before that my listeners who are not coming on can get to hear. So we had, I will not do all the let's talk part of it. We will do that again next week or at the end if we have more time. But I want to say to you this evening that health is a choice. It is something we sometimes forget until we start to lose it, then we start to pay attention to it. I'm encouraging us as we go into our spring equinox to start for a new beginning with our bodies as well. So start over, start fixing, start detoxing, and start cleaning not only your body, but your life. Start taking care of your front row, your back row, in your emotional health, take care of everything. Taking care of your well-being is sometimes something you put on the back burner. But I'm saying to us, now is the time to put self on the front burner. Take care of yourself. The more you take care of yourself, the better you are service to man and God. Believe me. Well-being is more than diet and exercise. It's a lifestyle, right? And so when you create that lifestyle of taking care of yourself, navigating and journey of life, you'll pick up loads of toxin every day just by stepping out, waking up. The air is polluted, everywhere is polluted. The foods we eat sometimes are polluted as well. So we have to clean up. A toxic dump in our body is like along the roadside when we throw garbage, one person throw, then another person throw, and before you know it, you have a full-blown garbage heap along the roadside. It's the same thing that's happening in your system if you're not taking care of it. And so therefore, we are calling an alert. Start taking care of yourself and your mental and emotional well-being. Start eating right. Start working out. Start doing the things you know you need to do. And one of the challenges we face and our men face is prostate cancer. And these are caused as well by not taking care of yourself. So this week, we're going to focus a little bit on prostate cancer. And it is one of the leading causes of death among men in every jurisdiction. I will never tell you that it is 100% foolproof way of preventing prostate cancer and other challenges. However, I will also tell you that there's no 100% reason why you should have prostate challenges, even if it runs in your family. Prostate is important, and there are a number of things you can do to reduce your risk and reduce your challenge and take care of your prostate health. And I'm asking our men to draw near, tell a friend to come on. We're going to talk prostate at this time. And guess what? Women who love your men, listen in as well, that you can help them to take care of themselves. Okay, so let's get a little bit into the conversation now. It is said that prostate cancer is a silent killer. And we know that there are so many silent killer health issues. But this evening, we're focusing on prostate cancer. One of the reasons why it is called a silent killer is it don't really have a lot of early warning signs. And that is why we encourage our men, get screened. Normally say to our men, when we get to the age of 40, start screening. And if you know you have a high risk, please start screening earlier, right? So that's one of a matter of fact, the main way of early detection and recovery is through screening. So start doing your screening. There are some telltale signs that you will start having as you go along, but you don't want to wait until the telltale signs. Some of the signs are frequent urination, and problems with that entire area, difficulty with your urine burning. Sometimes you feel you want to go to the bathroom to urinate more often, especially at night, and then you pass a little bit of urine. You know something is going on. You lose bladder control, decrease in flow in your blood, and then you see blood in your urine. You have to pay those things attention. It don't have to be prostate, but it could be. And even if it's not prostate, you check it out to know what is going on. Men are having enlarged prostate, and some will pick it up earlier than some. But if you are doing your screening, it will be picked up early and then you can be treated. Swelling and numbness of or pain in the bones or tissues. You see how far it can go? It's because it can go into all. I know what I'm trying to use simple words. It goes into all parts of your body. So you move from one area to the next, as we say, it's metastasize and go into different parts of your body. But I don't want to use those big words. I want to use the simple words. And sometimes men will say they start to lose weight and they can't tell why. And so they go check it out. But we want to say to you, start checking your prostate. Do your screens early and do it every year, annually. And it is always good if you do it at the same time every year. So if changes are taking place, you will realize it. It's your prostate, it is your health. Men, but also as women, we want to support you in that process, because what happens to you happens to us and the family. It's not just you, right? We encourage you to manage your weight. A healthy weight is important for optimal health all around. Put activity into your life. And this is one of the things, some of our men, we have our taxi drivers for argument's sake, they sit almost all day. Taxi drivers, persons who sit in the office around their desks almost all day, seldom move. I encourage you to get up when you're on your desk, get up every now and then, stand up, walk to the printer, walk to the fountain, walk to get some water. Do something that will get you moving. Taxi drivers, walk. Park your car, walk, lunchtime, take your lunch break and walk. And I know, well, these days, some of the taxi drivers have to be out of the vehicle looking passengers. It is good for you to be up and moving, and don't just wait on backup men to look passengers and put into your vehicle. You walk and walk around, get up and move around, because you need to be moving. Because guess what? Prostate health is reduced because testosterone is reduced in your system when you're not moving, and that can cause inflammation of the prostate. And you don't want that to happen to you, not true? Now again, do some Soldier Black or Sulfur Black. Welcome. Glad to have you on with us. And to other listeners, you're listening to me on Healing Moments on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music. I am your host, Dr. Asha Muwendo. And remember, you can join the conversation by sending us your WhatsApp messages at 876-317-1991 or 876-478-9144. You can join the conversation. We welcome you. We want to hear from you. And as you know, this evening we're talking a little bit about prostate health, and we will be continuing the conversation next week as well. So you're free to send your questions in as we continue the conversation. So the other thing I want to say to you now, after you get up, you exercise, you move around. One of the other things you have to do for a healthy prostate is, guess what? Something you don't have to buy. It is out there. The sun, we need vitamin D. And we need vitamin D. And guess what? For the persons in the cold countries and the snow, I understand when their vitamin D is low. But for us in the tropics, it's amazing how many persons in our tropical countries have low vitamin D as well, because we're all afraid of the sun. So I'm going to encourage you as of now, try to get 45 minutes sunshine daily. If you're a dark-skinned person, If you are light skin, 25 minutes of sunlight daily. And this is every day. But just in case you are not getting enough, eat your fruits and your vegetables, and that will help you. There are some fruits and vegetables you can get your vitamin D supplements from, or you get the vitamin D3 supplement, which will also help you. But remember, vitamin D is not only important for prostate health, it is important as well for all other healthy functions. So taking care of your prostate by getting adequate vitamin D will also help you to maintain a well life in other areas. Now, sleep is also important. Yes, not just for prostate health, but for general health again. And if you realize when you're trying to take care of one health part of your body, you take care of everywhere else. You see? So therefore, good sleep. And you will ask me, what does sleep have to do with it? Everything. Sleep is not only taking care of your brain at this time. And as I like to say to some of my men, sleep takes care of your two brains. Because some of us think more with one brain than the other, but it protects both brains when we sleep well, the one in the head and the one in the groin. So it takes care of everything. It is encouraged, though, that you try to go to your bed by 10 o'clock. You should be in bed and asleep by 10 o'clock, and you try to sleep from 10 p.m. in the evening straight to 2 a.m. in the morning. That is the time when the body gets to heal, the brain gets to heal, and everything starts to fix. And that is the time when you dream lots of dreams and you don't remember what you dream when you wake up, because the body is simply healing itself. And that's all right. Sleep helps with hormone production, including testosterone. So lack of quality sleep can reduce testosterone production and increase in, guess what? Stress hormones, and which can in turn create challenges with prostate growth and regulation. So you see how important your sleep is. So as of now, men, start trying to go to your bed on time, sleep well. And if you have to sleep in the daytime because of your work, you should try to create in your sleeping space the same thing it would be at night. So you have to make sure you cover those windows, make everything dark, and make your room dark, that you can get that proper sleep you need for healing. So remember now, we are talking prostate health this evening, and you can give us your call in and we will talk with you. Send your messages at 876-478-9144 or 876-317-1991. Let us hear from you. Send your questions in. And for those who called in last week, and some of you I am communicating with now. One person I went to visit today, she was not at her place that she told me to meet her. I left a message with her husband and all our listeners. I am asking the persons who are calling me now on my private line. You cannot call me on my private line when I am on radio. So send your WhatsApp messages to 876-478-9144 or 876-317-1991 if you want to be part of the conversation, or what you're calling about you want answers now. Otherwise, you give me call me or message me after the program, right? So let's get back to prostate health. Diet is one of your keys for a healthy prostate. So anti-inflammatory diets, you're going to eat foods that will not cause inflammation in your system. It is better if you don't have any animal protein or fat. However, if you're going to eat animal protein, please make sure it is a lean and clean part of the meat. So any meat you're eating must be clean and lean. That's the cue. Clean and lean for prostate health if you must eat animal protein. But it would be highly recommended if you don't. But if you have to, make it clean, make it lean. That's the best way to do it, right? And a high antioxidant diet is very, very important. Example, avocado, tomatoes, apples, whole grains, and all of that. These things are extremely important for your health. So we're going to play a little bit of music again while you're taking that information that I've just given you, and we'll come right back with a little bit more.
When the road is long and heavy, when it's dark and I can't see clearly, I will lift mine eyes to the hills from whence my help cometh. My help it comes from you. Lead me oh, lead me where I never been before, place I never seen before. When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me. Father, carry me. When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me. Father, carry me. My brother Romain, when the road is long and heavy, when it's dark and night.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Remember now, we're talking prostate health this evening, and there are many ways of taking care of your prostate. So let's see, what did we discuss before? We tell you that you're going to manage your weight, right? So that's one of the way of taking care of your prostate. We also encourage you to have high vitamin D in your system. It is important for your health overall. And if you're not having the natural sunlight where you are living, or if where you're living you're having natural sunlight but you're not making use of it, do your supplements such as vitamin D3. That's the one that is recommended. We just told you as well that sleep is very important for your prostate health. And we encourage you to go to your bed that you can fall asleep by 10 o'clock in the evening. So 10 p.m. in the evening, you should be asleep, and you should try your best to sleep straight through until 2 a.m. Just encourage that if you wake up anytime between that, you don't do screen time, don't use your phone, drink some water if you must, and go right back to bed. Pray, count sheep, as it were, but don't do anything that is going to take up your brain time that you will become interested in and caught up in and not go back to sleep, because that can happen. It have happened to me. Just say, I'm just going to do this until I fall asleep, and before you know it, morning is coming, right? Sleep is important, as we said before, for hormone production of all hormones, including testosterone, which is good for your prostate health, right? And if you don't sleep well, stress hormones are increased, and those will create challenges for your prostate health all around. So you don't want that to be happening to you, right? So you're going to be taking care of your prostate health. So that is just some of the tips. And so now we're talking as well about diet. Diet is one of the keys for a healthy prostate. You're going to try to eat clean and lean. If you have to eat animal protein, and what I mean by that, eat clean meats, and also make sure it's not fatty. It's the lean part of the meat, the fleshy part of the meat without any fat. You're going to increase your antioxidant in your diet by some of the foods you eat: avocado, tomatoes, apples, whole grains, and grapes, which also promote testosterone production, which, as I said before, is good for the prostate. So you're encouraged to eat at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. Go for the bright vegetables. Go for those that are deep and bright in color. And eat up your cabbage and different colors and all of that. Choose whole grain bread instead of white bread, and choose whole grain pasta and cereals if you are eating those. Limit your consumption, as I said, or remove all forms of red meat from your diet, right? Choose or reduce fats and choose healthy fats. Avoid sugar sweetened drinks. So reduce your sugar. And can I tell you, sugar is one of those harmful things we put in our systems that cancer cells and bad cells love it and they thrive with it a lot. So one of the things you're going to try to do is reduce the toxicity of your system and try to get your body alkaline. And eat in portions, eat small portions. Some of us, our meals are so big at one sitting, giving the liver and the kidney a lot of work to do and the other systems in your body. And taking care of your entire well-being also take care of your prostate health. And you need to take care of that. It's very important. There's so much to say about our prostate at any given time. And so muscadine's grapeseed and skin extract is very high in antioxidants as well. So it is one of those things that I encourage and a number of other persons encourage. And there are a number of research that are out now that tell you the high antioxidant level in these products, right? And it is said that when men take their Must Natural 3 times a day, and it is very important. It helps 3 times a day, and it helps to reduce the toxins in your system, high in antioxidant. And because we're focusing on prostate this evening, we'll say it improves your prostate health. Right, men? And stuff. So one of the other questions that I'm looking at for some of the questions that have been sent in to me, and so I'm trying to look at some of them. One of the questions that I see here, let me bring it up. Okay, I did. The question was asking about sleep, and I did answer that already to say sleep is extremely important to your prostate health. Let me look for another one before I continue. Okay, let me see. This one is asking about different kinds of food, and then to give some specific foods. Okay, I do think I did give some specifics already, so I'll give you them again. I think one of the ones I have that you should increase in your avocado, which is high in antioxidants. You should eat up your tomatoes because, and you know, it's long time we hear so tomato good for men, you know, Julia. A long time we always hear that it is extremely good for men because of the lycopene that is in it. It's lycopene is also in grapefruit and other fruits as well. And you have other phytochemicals that we need. So, and beta carotene, that all of this is in the tomato, you know, and we need all of this for prostate health. It helps to limit the likelihood of you having cancer, and it helps to in the reversal or care of cancer as well. So therefore, tomato is one of the recommended food, and grapes. And so grapes is also recommended because of its high antioxidant, high resveratrol, and the phytochemicals that it carries. It helps in the reduction of cancer or prevention of it or reversal and for you to recover. And as we are telling you now, the grape that we best recommend is the muscadine grape. And so the supplements is very good for you. The beauty of it is I can tell you where to get that one. The other thing that is recommended is whole grains. And it says that many of the fashionable diets now tell people not to eat too much carbohydrate. But we are saying to you, eat your whole grains, not the processed grains, like your quinoa, bulgur. I know bulgur is very good, and a lot of people like bulgur, but unfortunately, I don't eat bulgur. Why don't I eat bulgur? As a child, we used to get it at home. But also, at one of the primary schools I attended, every time I think of bulgur now, I associate with the smell of the canteen. And because of that, I do not eat bulgur anymore. But it is still good for you if you can have it and have all of these things. Everything I'm telling you that you should eat and you can eat, please remember, eat in moderation. So many of the whole grains contain valuable vitamins, minerals like magnesium, and are full of fiber. And you know, fiber is really, really good for the digestive system. But you should still eat it in moderation and try to buy fresh and eat fresh. But as a health practitioner as well, it is recommended that if you are eating breads that have yeast in it, your bread be at least 3 days old before you eat it because of the yeast content. If it is not yeast bread, you can eat it anytime. Another thing we will encourage persons to eat as well, looking at your diet and for you to get the antioxidants you need and the other chemicals that you need, apples. And in Jamaica now it's apple time. Lots of apples are out there, and apples are high in vitamin C. Everybody knows that, right? High in vitamin C. But did you know it is high in vitamin A as well, and it has fiber, and it having flavonoids and other things which helps to fight inflammation and the progression of cancer. And when we were growing up, we always hear this term, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And it's because of the beauty and benefits of having apples in your diet, right? And there are a number of berries that you can eat as well: raspberry, blueberry, blackberries, cranberries. I know we encourage persons to drink a lot of cranberry juice here. And see, the good thing about cranberry juice, or cranberry on a whole, it's not only good for men, it's also good for us as women. So, and almost everything that we use, men or women, it helps both of us, both sexes. So we can prepare one diet that helps us all. And the berries having a lot of vitamin C, vitamin K, high in fiber as well. And the sugar that it carries is not unhealthy sugar that the body can use up. But you know, if you are diabetic, you watch your sugar intake with care, and so therefore you manage how you eat your fruits. And some persons like say to me, they can't eat one mango because one mango and a mango. The good thing for me is, or maybe it's a bad thing, I don't know, I don't eat mangoes, so I don't have that problem. For persons with mango, the mango problem, I don't have it because I don't eat mangoes as well. But I love my nestberry, and some nestberries can be really sweet. Really, really sweet. So you have to watch all of that. But there's one thing that I have not touched as yet, which is extremely important for your well-being. And it's simple. Anybody can guess. You can guess, Julia? Well, one thing in it everywhere, and when I use it up much, or some people don't understand, I use it for everything. Water. Yes, man. I have not touched water. And I must tell my listeners that we'll be finishing a little early this evening, because I almost didn't come on this evening because I wanted Julia to go home for her birthday, but I decided to come on. And so therefore, I am going to be finishing early because I see somebody sending me messages here. So you're not send home Julia. I will be sending her home maybe in the next 10 minutes or so. So I'm giving her notice. So I am not going to rush, but in the next 10 minutes or so, right? So yes, let me go back to water, please. Water should wash the person who sent me that message. So whether you are fighting cancer or not, whether you have prostate problem or not, water is very important for internal and external cleansing, right? So water is one of those things that you drink, you keep your body hydrated, because with hydration, the cells are happy. The cells get to maintain their shape and they get to do what they are made for. And I know water can be polluted as well. So you have to be careful with your water. But it is best if you don't consume sports drinks. I know if you're not if you're not running and you're not exercising, you don't need those immediate boosts. You don't need no sports drinks. You don't need any carbonated water. Or nowadays they have these water, what they call them, flavored waters. I don't drink those things, because I don't know what to flavor in my water for. So I've never really drunk a flavored water. I think it's foolishness. But if it is good for you, I'm not going to trouble you with it. It's just me. I don't drink flavored water. I think it is foolishness. Either you're drinking water or you're drinking juice. I jinx. So some people that say you're drinking jinx. Right. So it's either that. So if you're not doing that, it don't make no sense to me. But if it is your thing, you do your thing. Because I do remember when I was going to public health school, I had a colleague who could not drink water unless the color changes. The taste don't have to change, it just change the color. So it don't have to be sweet, but as long as it's not plain water, that's how he could drink it. He could not drink it otherwise. And so therefore, we are saying to you, for your prostate health, drink plenty water. And when you know you're drinking enough water is when you go to the bathroom, you pass your urine, and it is light yellow or no color at all. Right? You can barely see that you use the bathroom. That is good for you. But remember now, when you're drinking your water and all of that, you make sure you're putting in all the supplements and all the vitamins and that your body need and minerals that's found in your health and in your diet. How much water do you need? As persons will say, some persons will tell you drink 8 glasses of water every day. I say to you, your body will tell you how much water you need. So I don't tell persons drink exactly 8 glasses of water every day. I say drink enough water. I try to drink enough as well. And how you drink your water, don't just gulp a whole lot of water all at once. Drink your water 2 to 3, 4 mouthfuls at the most at a time. Because believe you me, that's what the body can use. And I've heard persons say that they can't drink water when they go out because they make them urine often. If you drink water in the amount that the body can use, you'll find you don't use the bathroom so often when you're out as well, because the body is using what you're putting in. If you're just putting in 2 to 4 mouthfuls at a time when you drink. But if you're gulping, the body can't use all of that at once, so it's going to pass it out. And I normally say to persons, yes, you need to gulp a lot of water sometimes just for flushing the system. Especially when you wake up in the morning. The first thing you should do when you wake up in the morning is either drink room temperature water or have some tepid tea, not too hot, with lemon juice in there and some ginger, some turmeric if you can find that, because it helps. The little vitamin D that your body produces over through the night is in your mouth. So I normally say to you, have that drink before you brush your teeth, that you can make use of what the body produces to make up the vitamin D, because your body produces some vitamin D as well. And I normally say to persons, if the cow and the goat make it, your body can make it too. And one of the things I say to you, anything that have eyes that you eat produces toxin in your system and produces inflammation. For it have eye and liver and those things, it will help you to have inflammation in your system, make your body toxic, give you joint pains. So if you're eating animal flesh, you must detox your system. And fish is included. I had a conversation with my friend June yesterday, reminding her, because she said she wasn't eating any flesh for Lent, only fish. So she's not eating any flesh. So she's eating fish. And I had to remind her, hello, fish is animal as well. And she said, to you. And some other persons were saying, in the room were saying, when they think of fish, they don't think of it as animal and stuff. But as long as it have eyes, it's an animal. And if you eat it, your body will need a little bit more detox than a person who don't, right? Right. Recent research at the University of Cincinnati have also demonstrated that the muscadine grapeseed and skin extract is extremely good for prostate cancer. And we're focusing on prostate cancer as just now. There are other things it is good for, but because we're focusing on prostate cancer, we are saying to you, having muscadine, grapeseed, and skin extract in your diet increases the antioxidant in your system and also increases your prostate health. And so we continue to talk about our vegetables. So the cruciferous vegetables, what are we talking about? Our cabbage and those things. There is one thing, I don't remember the name, Julia. It's not Brussels sprouts. I don't know what their name. They look like little cabbage. Is them they called Brussels sprouts? Some little something. I've never eaten them, but I always look at them and say they look like little cabbage. If you're listening and you know what I'm talking about, please remind me. It's not cauliflower, because I know cauliflower very well. I know kale, I know cabbage, broccoli, Brussels. I think it's Brussels sprouts, It looked like little cabbage. That's what it looks like to me. I think it's Brussels sprouts. I've never eaten it. Every time I think of trying it, I say, So I've never tried it. I'm not very adventurous when it comes to some foods. And some foods I eat, I only eat it because I'm really sure it's good for me and stuff. Carrots, again, we don't realize how carrot is important to our prostate health. So you see, I'm saying to us, everything you need for your prostate health sells in the market. It grows in the backyard. It grows somewhere. It is not hard to take care of your prostate. And if you realize some of these things that you need is good for everything else, right? And as we had reminded you before, prostate cancer can be a silent killer. And we want you to live. Yes, Miss Julia, I promise you I'm sending you home early. I'm coming down. Remember, we're going to be continuing this conversation on prostate health. Maybe next week or the week after, depending. I have a guest that is lined up. And if the guest is not able to come the other week, I'll have to bring the guest next week. And then we go back to prostate health. But to my brothers, I want to say to you this evening, take care of your prostate health. I'll do the inspiration before we break. So you just break one time. So for those who are reminding Miss Julia's birthday, yes, me tell her happy birthday more than one time. And I'm going to send her home now. And the other things I have lined up on prostate, we will talk about them again next week. But before it says Brussels sprouts. Thank you. That is what. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. What's his name? Brasky, thank you very much for letting me know you're listening and for getting me on the ball in correcting me. Before I go into my inspiration moment, for those who we could not, when we're not streaming live, Julia, I want to just remind them, for those who heard before, those who never hear, that coming up on April 14th, Etiquette and Protocol Solutions, in partnership with Wellness in Motion, which is my company, will be hosting a one-day empowerment retreat for all women. And it is called Leveling Up, Empowering Women Inside Out. The date is April 14, 2022, from 1 to 6 p.m. The venue will be Doctor's Cave Beach. And our speakers will be yours truly, me, myself, and I. Also, my friend Natanish Hines. Also, Mrs. Ornica Blackstock. Next week, I'll tell you more about them again. And also, from right here in Trelawney, the principal founder of Western STEM Academy. And I'm making sure I highlight this one because I'm so extremely proud of her. Mrs. Felicia Ricketts Graham, from right here in Jacksontown, Trelawney. She's now principal and founder also of the school, and she's also founder of Purpose Finders Club. And so the price for the retreat is US $45 or Jamaican $6,500. If you want to hear more about it, before I come back next week to tell you more, you call 876-861-1613. Let her know you're calling about the Level Up retreat for women, or you can call me at 876-870-2333. 2284, and we will give you more information. So now I will go and give you. I see Miss Julia giving me a cue already. You know, she really want to go for her birthday. So I'll give you my inspirational moments. It says, to my brothers, Theodore Roosevelt said, courage is not having the strength to go on. It is going on when you do not have the strength. And I'm saying to you, remember, as you journey to your own wellness, my brothers, you will not have to go it alone because we sisters will be walking the journey with you. It's goodbye from Healing Moments on Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music this evening. Stay blessed until next week when you'll get your full show because it won't be anybody's birthday. Walk good and stay blessed. But it's a little bit of time me give her still. About 15 minutes or so. But you know, at least me give her something. Not sure. Good birthday present. Stay good, walk good, and see you next week.
I wanna thank you, Lord. When I thought my life was over, and forgiveness, love and forgiveness, love and forgiveness. I owe my life to you, love and forgiveness. So I'll forgive them too. How many times should I pray for my sister? Continually, even when I feel like I don't want to. I need your strength to carry me. Won't you please help me, Lord, to do what you want me to? I need your blessing, Lord. Make my heart brand new. Teach me, Lord, to love and to give. Just like you gave your life so I could live. I've only got this one chance to live, so I'll choose to live in love and forgiveness. I owe my life to you, love and forgiveness. So I'll forgive them too, love and forgiveness. I owe my life to you, love and forgiveness. So I'll forgive them too. Can't say I love God whom I cannot see.